Hello, guys, welcome all of you to at another beautiful episode of English Talks. You know what? We are so excited today because today we are going to introduce with you our first English grammar lesson, and we are beginning with the sentences. So, today's agenda will be we'll be discussing together what is a sentence, parts of a sentence, and types of sentence. Understanding English grammar right from basics will increase your confidence in English language, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So, what exactly are sentences? Before that, let's see. You know what? When we speak or write, we normally use words. Exactly. I, go, sit, there, come, jump, likewise. These are all words. So, a group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. What does that mean actually? See, you cannot form a sentence just by picking one or two words and combine it together. Why? Because a sentence means a group of words. Not just group of words, but group of words which makes complete sense. Means there should be a connection between these words and they should be arranged in a proper order so that its meaning must be conveyed to others, right? Yeah, that's why I come, sit, go is not a sentence. She come, there, one is not a sentence. Fine. Yes. For example, English is an easy language. Will you agree with me? Of course. You know, if you start traveling with us, finally one day you will say English is an easy language. Of course. So that is a beautiful sentence, right? Of course. Next sentence is I love you. Wow, what a beautiful sentence. I love you, right? Who are you? That's also a sentence, but that in a question format, right? All right, so that is all about a sentence, and let's quickly go through the parts of a sentence. See, when we make a sentence, what we do is we name some person or thing. If you observe any sentences, you can see sometimes we name some person or sometimes we name something. Things like phones, laptop, mirror, anything. Okay? And along with this person or thing, you will say something about that person or thing. Then only it will convey the meaning, right? Yeah. So that's what make a sentence. We name some person or thing and say something about that person or thing. For example, Raju reads a book. That is a beautiful sentence, right? Raju reads a book. So, my question for you, who are we talking about in this sentence? Come on. Who are we talking about? Raju reads a book. So we are talking about Raju. We are talking about Raju. Exactly. Which means we must have a subject to speak about. And the main subject here is Raju, right? So the subject in a sentence is the word, or sometimes it can be words. That means more than one word that is spoken of. So the whole scenario we'll be discussing about whom? Raju. Alright, so that Raju, he is the subject in this sentence. And don't forget that word subject. Now, what is he doing? What is Raju doing there? Just observe the sentence. Raju reads a book. Imagine a person whose name is Raju is sitting right in front of you and he's holding a book. And what is he doing with that book? He reads a book. Now you can picturize the situation, right? Exactly. So what is he doing? Nothing but he's reading a book, right? So the part which tells something about the subject is called as the predicate of the sentence. So the second three words like reads a book actually constitute the predicate of the sentence. Hope you can understand. And now it's clearly evident from this representation that Raju represents the subject and reads a book actually constitute the predicate of a sentence. And this is all about the parts of a sentence. It's that simple. Exactly right. Here we go into another example. Edison invented the phonograph. Here, no doubt, as we As we have already discussed that, it will be a person or thing. You call it as a subject. So here, Edison is the subject. Invented the phonograph is the predicate. Simple, right? Exactly. Likewise, just pick up few sentences around you and understand what is the subject and what is the predicate. All right. Yes. So here, another example is there. The kids are eating lunch. So, subject tells who or what the sentence is about. So, the sentence is all about kids. Yeah. And predicate tells what the subject is or what the subject does. In other words, nothing but the action. So what are the kids doing? They are eating lunch. So we can say the kids, actually they are the subject and are eating lunch that constitute the predicate part of this sentence. It's very simple, right? Exactly. Now, let's see the characteristics of a sentence. A sentence always starts with a capital letter. Very universal law. Secondly, a sentence should express a complete thought or idea, otherwise it is not a sentence. See, you cannot make a sentence without a complete thought or idea because you cannot call it as a sentence, right? And lastly, it must have a verb and a subject. See, in the upcoming segments, you will learn about other parts of speech and then you will understand what is a verb, what is a noun exactly. Okay, this is just the beginning and trust me, if you follow us, you will definitely improve your English communication skill, English grammar knowledge, everything. Okay, that's our promise. Now, a sentence starts with a capital letter as I already told you. See the example, the happy husband. Yes, T. That's capital there, right? Second point, as we have already discussed, it should express a complete thought or idea. But look at this sentence. The example, it's not a sentence actually. The example is the happy husband. You know what? This is just a phrase and it is not a sentence. Why? Because it doesn't have a verb. Happy husband. Where is the verb? It's no verb is there. And it does not state anything about the happy husband. Hence, the phrase doesn't give a complete thought. Remember, a phrase must give a complete thought or idea for it to be called as a sentence. See, a happy husband, we don't have any idea about what exactly he doing or anything about a happy husband. It's just a normal phrase and the idea is totally incomplete. That's why you cannot call the happy husband as a complete sentence. Hope you guys understand the point. Yes, right. And let's quickly go through the types of sentences. There are basically 4 types of sentences. And through examples, you will learn each type of sentence one by one. Look at the classic examples. Number 1, the boys are playing football. Yeah, you can imagine the boys are playing football, right? I love my country. Yeah, that's another beautiful sentence. My sister is an engineer. So, the boys are playing, I love my country, my sister is an engineer. These sentences make a statement or assertion. So, it's just a normal statement. Nobody is expecting an answer, just when they listen to these sentences. It's nothing but just an assertion or a statement, right? You know what exactly this assertion means? Assertion means a statement that you strongly believe is true. Sun rises in the east. All these are classic examples where it's just a statement or an assertion. Okay, fine. We will call these sentences as declarative or assertive sentences. Simple, right? So always keep this word in your mind. So first type of sentence is declarative or assertive sentences. Example is, the boys are playing football, I love my country, I love you, my sister is an engineer, etc. Come on, into the second type of sentence. Look at the example. What is he doing? What is he doing? Are you hungry? Can you see a question mark there? Exactly. So these are all sentences, but in the form of questions, because we need to answer back. Not just a statement, not just an assertion, but a question form. We call it as interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Exactly? Yes. But these questions are of 2 types. This is super important. Just look at it closely. Question word questions, number 1, and number 2 is yes or no type questions. Don't get confused because it is as simple as that. What is question word questions? The questions beginning with the question words such as what, where, who, which, why, how, etc. are called as question word questions. See, whatever questions you take, if you can see that all those questions starts with what, where, who, which, why, how, you can call them as question word questions. Okay, in the second episode you will be dealing with an episode which actually helps you to frame questions that you can ask before anyone. That's a great episode. Keep waiting. There we will thoroughly discuss with all these question word questions, okay, in detail. Right, so all these questions are called as question word questions. We have a classic example for you. What's your father? Who is your father? You must understand the difference between what is your father and who is your father. How will you answer these two questions? So when somebody asks you what is your father, that means they are asking your father's profession, occupation. All right, so you can answer back, my father is a farmer, my father is a doctor, engineer, professor, etc. Who is your father means you must tell them your father's name. Mr. Ravi is my father, Mr. Thomas is my father. Likewise. Now into the second one, yes or no type questions. So here the specialty is when somebody asks you the question, you need to answer back yes or no. Example, we will come into the example. The questions beginning with the auxiliary verbs, like we have a list of auxiliary verbs and we will be discussing auxiliary verbs in the upcoming segments, so please don't worry about that, just forget about that. Let's quickly jump into the examples, then you will understand what is yes or no type questions. Question number 1, are you hungry? Are you hungry? You need to answer them back, yes I'm hungry, or no I'm not. Fine, so either an yes or no will serve the purpose. So are you hungry? Is he a doctor? Yeah, yes or no. Will you marry me? Please, will you marry me? Oh, sorry, I'm not interested. Or, yeah, of course, I love you. All right, so that will be your response. Yes. Next type of sentence. So, all these are what? Interrogative sentence. Now, into the third type of sentence, and that is, quickly go through the examples. Have mercy upon us, please. Please give me a pen. Be quiet. What are the specialties of these sentences? A sentence that expresses a command, a request, or a wish is called as imperative sentence. Yeah, you can express a command through a sentence, a request, be quiet please, or be quiet. It all depends upon the way how you express your thoughts, right? Get out, get out. It's a command, right? Yeah. Please give me a pen, a request. So a wish, a request, or command expressed through a sentence, you call it as an imperative sentence. Exactly? Yeah. Into the fourth type of sentence. Example. Oh, what a shame. How cold the night is. I hope you can see an exclamation mark at the end. Alas, he's no more. Oh my God, he's no more. Likewise, alas. A sentence which expresses strong feelings like surprise, pleasure, anger, pain, wonder, joy, sorrow, etc. are called exclamatory sentence. So, they are fourth type of sentences. So exclamatory sentences where what a shame, how cold the night is, alas, he is no more, strongly expresses someone's feeling, right? Yes, then you call it as exclamatory sentences. So here is the gist of all the four type of sentences. Declarative or assertive sentence, just like a normal statement like I love my country, my sister is an engineer, likewise. Whereas interrogative questions will be usually end with a question mark, and you know what, that declarative sentence always end with a full stop. A full stop is there because it's just a statement, so it always ends with a full stop. Don't forget that point. All right, then interrogative sentence always end with a question mark, and it can be either word type question type questions or yes or no type questions. You can expect such questions in interrogative sentences. Imperative sentences usually a sentence that has, command, wish, etc. Whereas exclamatory is, expressing someone's feelings. So you can clearly understand or observe what kind of sentences you are dealing with. All right, so identify the sentence. Here is a quick exercise for you. The first sentence is, he is intelligent. Hey, come on, tell me. Among the 4 types of sentences, he is intelligent is a exactly declarative sentence. You know why? The first thing is that it has a full stop at the end and it's just a statement. No question mark, no exclamation, nothing like that, right? So it's just a statement. So it's a declarative sentence. Come on, into the next exercise, into the next question. Keep quiet. A command is there. So obviously it's an imperative sentence. Yes? How kind of you to help him like that. Yeah, how kind of you. So it's a feeling, right? So exclamatory sentence. And finally, are you a dancer? It's a question mark at the end, right? So obviously the answer will be interrogative sentence. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment, because in this chapter we already discussed about sentences, characteristics of sentences, types of sentences, and parts of sentences as well. So it's just a beginning, as I already promised. Guys, in this channel, you can expect videos on improving your English communication skill, spoken English, written English, grammar, your presentation skill, you improving your confidence to face interviews and everything. It's a whole package for your personality development. So if you're looking for such content, please don't forget to subscribe this channel by selecting all, and don't forget to hit that like button so that I'll get the impression that you like such content in future as well. Alright, so see you guys in the next episode with some interesting videos. Till then, love from Team English Talks.